Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name's Neka. My channel is all about travel content, vlogs, trying to fit in some London stuff and a lot of travel that I do. So if that's something that interests you, then feel free to subscribe and let's get into the video. This is a video about my experience with traveling to Dominican Republic. So basically this was meant to be a vlog, and actually it still will be, but me being me, I need to work on my vlog skills. So I did manage to film a little bit of content while I was there of my experience, more so of just, I think I'd got like 1 or 2 days in. So it wasn't enough to do a full vlog, but the content was still quite nice, so I wanted to keep some of the clips in and try and collate it into a vlog if I could. But aside from that, I thought I may as well make it into a bit of an informative video at the same time, because at the same time when we were looking to book for Dominican Republic, I'm always looking for like advice and some like suggestions when traveling. So I thought this could be a little bit of both. So if you're interested in the vlog, feel free to tune in towards the end. But the first part of this video is going to be about tips and tricks into traveling to Dominican Republic, what to expect and things to bear in mind when you're traveling there. So yeah, let's get into it because there's a lot to do. Yeah, I got a bit distracted. There was a little bit of drama, there was a bit of yeah, a bit all over the place for that trip, but it was a good trip. But yeah, there's things that I may as well update on in this video. So yeah, feel free to either skip to the vlog, or if you want to know a bit of details, like you're thinking of traveling there and you want to get a bit of information before you go, then feel free to stay tuned for the first part. So let's get into it. So as I mentioned in the intro, this part is just going to be about little things that you should bear in mind before traveling to Dominican Republic. So I went back in September 2023, so last year, and yeah, it was good. We booked it for a week. We wanted to just basically find somewhere that was going to be easy. My travel, a lot of the time I do like to explore, but this one was majoritively about relaxing, and that was all good. So things just to take into consideration when going, because these are things I wish I knew before I traveled there myself. So first things first is the like travel part and going to the airport. So things to bear in mind when traveling to the actual airport of Dominican Republic. So in case you didn't already know, I'm from London, so I went from Heathrow, was it Heathrow actually, or Gatwick, one of them, but I travelled from London directly to Dominican Republic, so it was a direct flight for me. So take this as it will if it relates to you, because whether you're from the UK or elsewhere in the world, but the other tips might relate to you no matter where you're from. But first part was the airport. So that was quite smooth in terms of the journey. It was more about when landing. So back I traveled a little bit just when COVID was sort of simmering down, so early 2022, late 2021. So at the time a lot of the countries were doing all the like location forms, obviously to keep track of who was entering and leaving the country, which makes sense. So I thought they were somewhat scrapping that towards the end. Like I heard a lot of countries were scrapping that. Some may still have it, but that's just something to bear in mind, the only reason I mentioned that. So when we landed, the airport part was a bit of a mess. So basically, long story short, we got to the passport checkout. So it was, I travelled with my sisters and my mum, and yeah, we did the passport stamping. And the one particular guy who was doing ours, he was like, have you filled out the form? I think it was called like a location form, or a, what was it called? I think it was called like a location form or a passenger form, but it was basically a form that you had to fill out to give details of like the hotel you're staying at, your name, all the people you're traveling with, and each individual person had to fill that out. But we weren't aware of that. I'm very hot on checking the UK government website to find out if there's things that need to be done before we get to the country. So on the UK site, it didn't say anything about needing to fill this form, or else obviously I would have done it before going. But yeah, he was just giving us this whole vibe like it needs to be done, or I'm not letting you through, etc. So he sent us off to a corner to fill it out on their laptop, which was just a headache in itself, because firstly most of it was in Spanish. I mean, you could transfer it into English, but even still he didn't quite understand what we were saying, we didn't quite understand what he was saying. It was just the whole thing. But as we were like halfway through filling it out, we noticed a few other families being pulled to the side, but at the same time there was still other families going through who didn't seem like they did the form at all. So it was all a bit confusing. But later we got talking with the other families and they said, oh yeah, same thing as us, we didn't know we had to fill it in. So it was a bit weird because some people were being pinpointed as needing to do it, if you get what I mean, and then others were just being let through. So it was kind of like, whoa, what's right or wrong here? And then there was just this whole drama of the guy who told us we needed to fill ours. His colleague came over and said, don't bother because it's not really needed, just go through. So he got mad at the guy who told us to even do it in the first place. So we ended up wasting time trying to fill it in when being told that we didn't need to fill it in. So end of the story, we just ended up going through. But yeah, that's just something to bear in mind. Maybe if you can just fill it before going, whether you're going to need it or not, it might just save you the hassle. Because on the way back we got asked to fill the form again. So we got to the passport checkout and the lady ended up asking us, where's your location form? We're like, but we got told the first time that we didn't need it. So I think I ended up filling out one of it, but for myself personally, but like my sisters, because we got told we didn't need it, I don't think I finished filling theirs out. But either way, we all had to fill it in again, give it to them before we could end up getting through the passport control. So something to bear in mind. It's a bit all over the place. I don't know what their rules are, and this is subject to the time, because obviously I went in 2023. It might have changed by the time you're going now, but just something to bear in mind. It will save you the hassle if needed. So another thing to bear in mind is money wise. So I'm used to traveling. I don't really do cash too much. A lot of the places I travel, because Europe, for example, even Bali, well, obviously like Dubai and stuff, a lot of places are okay with taking card, and being a UK citizen, I have a Monzo card, so it's easy to travel with that because they don't have any fees that you have to pay abroad, unlike other credit card providers. So that's quite handy for me to have, and it's like useful, and it's usually what I use when abroad. I prefer that rather than cash, because there's always the safety issue with having too much cash with you. You could lose it could get stolen, etc. There's always some sort of issues. That I just prefer the security of having basically a card with you. But in Dominican Republic it's the opposite. So not many places take card. There is a few select shops, and mostly in the touristy sections there may be accepting of cards, but I would suggest to take cash basically, and obviously it's better to get it and exchange it. So definitely, if it's cheaper to exchange it in your country, then do that, or take cash with you, like your currency, take it to the country, and then try and change it when you're in Dominican Republic. But don't do what we did, because I was relying too much on my card, and so ended up having to get cash out. So firstly, getting there, we took a taxi to the hotel from the airport, and the taxi guy was expecting cash, so we didn't have any cash with us. So in the hotel, luckily they had an ATM, but imagine we got charged extra fees because of getting cash out on the ATM. So on top of not only getting the cash out, then you're gonna have fees from your bank, because my Monzo didn't even end up working on a lot of the ATMs, because I think a lot of the card machines are really particular about the type of cards that they take. So most of them don't take, like, I think Amex or MasterCard. A lot of them are mostly familiar with like Visa and the main card providers. I think I struggled a little bit with MasterCard in some places as well, so something to bear in mind. But yeah, so cash, yeah, you get paid, you pay the fee of the bank, and then the ATM charges a fee on top of it. So yeah, that's just something to take into consideration, that you'll be paying a lot more taking out cash while you're there, particularly if you're using the ATM. So there may be tips people already know on this, but it's just something to bear in mind because a lot of the places take cash. But another reason why I say to take cash, so we had a few incidents which we, in hindsight looking at, it is much better to use cash. So there's quite a bit of scamming, I'm not gonna lie. Like, a lot of countries are like this, so I'm not just pinning it down to Dominican Republic, but it was a country that, of all the places I traveled to, it was one of the most that we had to fear about getting scammed, to be honest. So on one of the tours that we ended up booking, so it didn't happen to me personally, but it happened to my sister. Yeah, and I ended up vlogging that part of the tour anyway. The tour itself was great, but there was a particular like tour shop that we got directed to by our tour guide for souvenirs, and so they have like their what's it called, like national stone, which is actually a really beautiful like aquamarine type stone. I know that's not the name for it particularly, but it's that sort of color, and they're really proud of it. It is a really beautiful stone, don't get me wrong. But yeah, they were offering that in types of jewelries, and my sister was interested in a ring in particular, so they offered that it would be a certain amount of money, and she agreed. And then when it came to paying at the card machine, they changed the currency to an amount that we weren't even sure of what it was, or she wasn't sure at the time. So she ended up getting overcharged, whereas if she ended up paying in cash, they would have had to honor what basically what they said it would be, because she's paying in cash. So she would give them what she had at the time. So yeah, it's just something to double check firstly what you're being charged on the card machine, because their currency is, yeah, I mean, it's in pesos, so sometimes like a lot of them either charge in pesos or US dollars, so you can, you're welcome to like change it into what you feel more comfortable paying in. A lot of the time I opted to pay in pesos, so I would just definitely recommend to check the amount that you're being charged, pay in cash if you can, because then that way you're basically bargaining. I have this much, take it or leave it at that point, rather than the card, because obviously unless you're really familiar with the different currency exchanges, it's going to be a bit difficult to keep altering. We also had issues with Wi-Fi a lot, and so because I have an app on my phone which I can do currency exchange there and then, so I know what I'm paying, so I can exchange it into pounds and know roughly what I'm paying there and then. But she didn't get a chance to ask me at the time, or else I would have double checked what was being paid. The thing is, what she ended up paying for the ring was definitely not the value of what the ring actually was, which was why it was an issue, to be honest. So yeah, it wasn't a great experience, and it kind of did put a little bit of a damper, because for us it was kind of like the tour guide seemed a bit in on it. When we tried to report it to the bank, it was a bit of a hassle trying to get help from those who were involved, and just trying to, yeah, go back to it. So it's just something that I would recommend to keep an eye out on. Again, it's not that I'm relating this solely to Dominican Republic. That was our experience while we were there, and I'm sure this happens everywhere. But yeah, it's definitely something to take into consideration. Also, things like having like animals coming around on the beach. We noticed that a lot. Just bear in mind, like, if you want to play with the animals, so they had like lizards and monkeys and parrots, I think, sometimes. So like they'll come up to you wanting to, if you want to touch it or take a picture. Obviously they're going to ask for cash. Again, you get street sellers, which is fine, you get that everywhere. But yeah, I mean, it's just something to take into consideration, that you're going to get a lot of those. If that's something you enjoy, then yeah, of course, that's when you need the cash for that sort of experience. But if not, then yeah, that's just something that you should try to avoid if you want to relax and not have too many issues in terms of that. So another thing I'd recommend is to have an app where you can kind of do the money and exchange there and then in your currency. So for me, it was helpful to be able to change whatever they're charging in pesos or dollars into pounds for me. So the app I use actually is, so the app I currently use is Currency Plus, which is really good. But I know there's a lot of good apps out there, and so it's definitely helpful to know, particularly when you're getting out cash. So aside from the money issues, yeah, no, it's a great place to visit in general. There's, I wouldn't say compared to like other places I've been to, like in terms of things to do as a tourist, like the excursion, for us it felt a little bit limited. The beaches are beautiful if it's somewhere that you enjoy, like beach life activities, and yeah, just a lot of relaxing, which is what you would go there for. It's such a beautiful place in terms of location. And then there's the city, Santo Domingo. That's what I mostly ended up vlogging, so you'll probably get to see that. So we stayed in an all-inclusive, and that was good for the price. Yeah, the location we stayed at was amazing. The hotel was really good. So everything was included, food, drinks and all, so that was great. And the people, like the locals, other than when you're kind of getting scammed, honestly, the locals are really friendly. So it is a really nice place to travel in general. But if you want to see my experience, feel free to check out the next part now, which should be the vlog. And I managed to film a couple of clips, mostly, like I said, in Santo Domingo. I tried to get in a little bit of other parts of the trip. But yeah, see the next part and stay tuned for the vlog. And otherwise, if you don't see me again, feel free to subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. See ya. Well, hello everyone, welcome back to another vlog. I am actually here reporting from Dominican Republic, Punta Cana. So we just arrived today, so ignore the mess. Basically it's been quite a long journey today. Literally just arrived in our hotel room, did all the check-in. Yeah, we had a bit of issues with the flights. Yeah, ignore the mess, we literally just checked in. I mean, the journey itself wasn't too bad. The flight was actually quite smooth for once, but when we arrived, it was more just like in the hotel, not the hotel, the airport, the like passport check-in just took a little longer than we expected, but baggage was okay. And then trying to find cash to pay our poor taxi driver, he was so sweet about it, but we got there in the end. We're finally here. We are just, well, to be honest, I came up to change. Everyone's outside already getting drinks. I could do with a good drink. We're just gonna have like a chilled day today pretty much, and then hopefully do some planning and work out what we're gonna do for the trip. Unfortunately, I am not feeling great. My arm, this arm has just been aching since the last 2 days. I think I've just been sleeping kind of awkwardly, so it's a bit of a struggle right now. But yeah, otherwise I think we're literally just gonna chill. I cannot wait to just chill. You can see the bags, you can see the sweat. I'm looking like a whole mess, so it's fine. I'll take a shower, gonna get some dinner, chill, work out, and then hopefully we'll get this vlog going. And Punta Cana, here we go. I will show you like a room tour though. This room is quite nice. So there's 4 of us, but they've kind of split us up, so I'm sharing this with my mom, and then my sisters are like round the corner. Apparently they were given an upgrade, so fair enough. Who are we to deny that? But let me show you the room anyway. So this is the room as you come in. Got our suitcases and stuff down. Yeah, it's quite nice. Actually, it's quite spacious, which is quite nice. Got the bed, and then we got a few nice like chair spaces to chill. We got a nice balcony. Let me show you that. I haven't actually opened this door yet, but from what you can see, got a nice balcony view. Pretty cute. And then, yeah, then we got the bathroom, which is just through here. So don't know what this is about. No like door situation, but fair enough if you're staying with family, or I guess someone you're super close with. Otherwise probably a little awkward. But yeah, the sink area is pretty cute. And then got the shower part, which is here. Cute little bath and the shower. And then we got our toilet area, etc. Yeah, not bad. Cute little bathroom. But that's enough about that. I should probably finish getting ready and head down. I could do with a really good cocktail right now. That is literally all I need in my life. Some cocktails, some food. Let's go. Hello again. So yesterday was a bit of a write-off. Actually, I didn't even end up filming that much. So we just kind of explored the hotel a little bit, and we saw the private beach side, which was actually really nice. And then we ended up meeting people to book some excursions. So our week is finally somewhat planned out, but I am just chilling. Yeah, we just spent most of the day by the pool. Yeah, because I just needed to chill. We didn't want to do too much today, so literally just chilling. I just came back from the pool, and I'm just gonna stay and chill a little bit and then head down. I think we're trying to play volleyball in a bit, which should be fun. Yeah, I didn't want to do too much filming today. I'll do more later this week when we do the excursion. But yeah, yesterday was basically a bit of a write-off. I ended up sleeping like around 10. We wanted to like stay up and see what the hotel evening activities were giving, but I just couldn't do it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't normally get jet lag, but I've been feeling it today. Well, I felt it yesterday, and then ended up getting up around like 4 AM or so, and then I just couldn't get back to sleep. So yeah, it was a write-off yesterday, and I think the lack of sleep is somewhat getting to me. But either way, yeah, I've got my swimwear on. I might go back in the pool, and then I'm gonna try and join volleyball. But yeah, let's see, I might film dinner because we're trying to book one of the a la cartes, and we're thinking to get Japanese, so should be interesting. And let me see, I'll bring you along for the ride. Let's go.
Any topic. Wait, could you? I would have had to put aloe vera on. Bring my aloe vera.
Tiene 7,5 metros de profundidad. Se llama Sara Magliones, una especie de unos patitos acuáticos.
I had my phone. It's fully charged as well.
I just left it in the hotel.
Emails. That's cool. Which one did he say is which? Both of them are lady, though.
We can't use it though, it's not far. No, it's not far.
Oh.
Apparently this is where Christopher Columbus is buried. Oh yeah, up on the wall. How do I zoom in?
No, you film it.
It's raining.
Probably enough if I could take pictures.
Didn't we see?
Oh, my lyrics, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if we saw the green. What is it? Chocolate. What was it? What was it? Chocolate what?
Chocolate cinnamon.
Did they say chocolate tea or?
Yeah, chocolate tea.
Buscate tipo de chocolate blanco leche 70%, 100% muy amable.
Oh. All the chocolate.
Oh, look. Brown sugar cinnamon. Wow. I'm going to get this. That's chocolate tea. That would be
The one we just had.
But you have to prove it that she put cinnamon and honey with it. That's okay with the taste. We have cinnamon and honey. Brown sugar cinnamon. That's like what you put on
So thanks for watching the rest of the video. I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and I hope you will check out the rest of my videos if you haven't seen the ones before. So I've been to places like Dubai and Bali and Prague. Yeah, feel free to check those out, and I will see you in my next videos where hopefully I'll be doing a lot more, hopefully London vlogs and my experiences within London, and a lot more travel vlogs coming up as well. So I will see you then. Bye.